Jimmy, how did you start health-wise? We talked about last night being a good day for health. How are you? Back to 100%, or what would you say?
Well, I have float somewhere between 160 and 120 employees, so I'm happy to know that my health insurance is getting ready to come down, number one. $3,000 per employee. But healthy, it's kind of interesting in my career. Champions Tour performance has been based primarily on your long-term performance on the PGA Tour. I was very lucky. I started at 22. I was co-player of the year and rookie of the year, won the U.S. Open, the Canadian Open, and played till 1982 and had won 8 times and was in the top 10 of the all-time leading money. I don't even think I'm in the top 1,010 all-time leading money. But when I got injured in 82, I tore a cartilage in my left shoulder. Jim Andrews started working on it in 85, and he operated a couple of times. Frank Jobe in LA, and then my career was basically ended. So I went into business. I thought golf was done for me. In 2002, I went back to Birmingham, saw Jim Andrews, which, by the way, he did a little surgery on a guy named Drew Brees. And he also on another guy named Brett Favre last summer. And he also did it on a guy named Peyton Manning, or Michael Jordan, or Jack Nicklaus, or Greg Norman. You keep going. But anyway, Jim decided that he was going to do a surgery again in 2003 to allow me to come out and try the senior tour. And it had been 15 years since I'd been competitive. So he operated on me in 2003. I came out, played pretty well, won a tournament, tore my shoulder on the other side. So then I had a right shoulder surgery in 2006, and that's when I met Drew Brees, rehabbed with him up in Birmingham with Kevin Wilk at Jim's place. And then we built the Andrews Institute in Pensacola, which I'm happy to say I'm on the board of that and helped get that going. And then he operated on my left shoulder again in 2008. So I've had a lot of shoulder surgeries, needless to say. But I understand what it takes and the commitment to rehab and to play professional sports to the level of being great. And, it takes a lot of commitment in it, but it's something I have a passion for. My shoulder's great. I feel healthy. Golf's a matter of getting the ball in the hole. You can talk about the great ball strikers, and people have always touted me as, well, the great shot you hit at the U.S. Open, and, the 5-iron you hit on the last hole to win the Players' Championship that was this close with an orange ball or whatever. But you still have to sink the putts, and that is what's so unbelievable to me. These guys on the Champions Tour, I swear to you, they are better players today than they were in their heyday. It's incredible. They don't hit the ball quite as far, maybe 5% less, but they're such great competitors and great putters. And that's the difference in my game, really, sinking the putts. And I feel good about my putting, and I'm looking forward to playing in Cap Cana. But health-wise, I've been through the whole rainbow of rehab. I tell people this, they don't believe it. Drew Brees did the same thing that I followed him, but I'd already done it in 2003. When you have a combination of really traumatic surgeries or injuries, which he did, he had a very complicated surgery. Brett Favre's had multiple surgeries. It takes, 6 to 8 hours a day for about 4 or 5 months every day, 5 to 6 days a week to rehab to come back to play. If you throw a baseball or you throw a football, even though you're getting hit or you've got a pitch, you're only going to, football you play 1 day a week for 2 hours. And how much are you actually throwing that ball for 2 hours? In golf, you play all day long, every day, almost 365 days of the year, just pounding that ground, and it works on your body. So the common denominator of all players in the Champions Tour is what injury are they going through right now? And just believe me, everybody out there is struggling with something. And that's because we've done this thing for so many years, over 30 years of pounding the ground, and it takes a toll on your body.